What's going on, everybody? I hope y'all having the best day of your lives. We're about to go live on Instagram for Unstoppable episode 70. Take this shit to the next level. I hope you're here with me right now. We're going to be starting the podcast in 3. Trey, get your ass ready. 2, start the video. You ready?
Yes.
Okay, start it.
The beginning.
Start it. Start it now. You need the beginning. Start it. All right, let's get it. What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Unstoppable, the elite mind and body podcast for men. I'm your host, Taj Howell. Welcome back to the show. This is episode 70. Man, I got chills down my spine right now. This is episode 70 of Unstoppable. We've been doing this for over a year now, this podcast, and I cannot wait to share what I've been working on the last couple of days with you guys in this episode right here, right now, episode 70. And this episode, we're going to be discussing creating unstoppable energy to destroy. And by destroy, I mean literally destroy anyone who tries to compete with you. Okay? Now, first things first, we need to understand what energy is. Okay? We've got to understand what energy is. Energy cannot be created or destroyed. Okay? It can only be transferred from one thing to another. Okay? And because energy can only be transferred from one thing to another, it means that every single thing that you spend your time on, every single thing that you focus on, every single thing that you think about, you are investing your energy into. Okay? You're investing your energy into everything that you do, everything that you think about, everything that you see, every single person you talk to, anything you spend your time on, you are investing your energy in that. So the main thing that needs to be understood about energy is that if there's 2 carbon copies of, let's say, 2 different people, okay, both have the same goals: get in great shape, be a great dad, make a bunch of money in their business, and be the best person they can possibly be. If one person does things every single day to maximize his ability to focus his energy, he's going to demolish the one who doesn't. Okay? And this is a carbon copy, the exact same dude. If you want to win in any facet of life, your energy has to be at the utmost priority. Okay? And so in this episode of Unstoppable, my plan is literally to share with you in this episode how to become truly unstoppable in terms of your energy. Okay? And we're going to start with the body. Because here's the thing is we're all living a human experience, aren't we? We're all living a human experience. And isn't it beautiful? We get to wake up each day, look at the sky, go swim, listen to birds sing, meet people, shake hands. It's fucking great, isn't it? Here's the deal. Your body, if it's not being taken care of properly, is going to go against you. Okay? Your body, if you're not taking care of your body, it is going to work against you. And when it starts to work against you, that's when most people start to make the changes. Right? People usually don't start to change their health and fitness. People usually don't start to change their habits until their doctor says they need to. Until the doctor says that if they keep going the way that they're going, they're going to have a fucking heart attack. Or if they keep going the way that they're going, they're going to end up with type 2 diabetes. Or they're already insulin resistant and they're going to have type 2 diabetes. People never change until it's too late. And so what I want to do in this episode is I want to give you some specifics that you can use in order that are going to help you get the best body you've ever had, because that is the number one most important thing. Okay. The first thing that needs to happen is you need to lose body fat. Okay. So depending on how fat you are, depending on how much body fat you have, you need to lose body fat. Every single man, in my opinion, should be anywhere from 10 to 15% body fat. Somewhere in that range. In order for you to look good, feel good, be confident, have a six-pack, be sexy to the partner that you have, turn heads, look good in clothes, feel your best, you've got to be 10 to 15% body fat. Period. Every man on the planet needs to be 10 to 15% body fat. I'm going to teach you how to do it right now. What you want to do if you have excessive fat to lose is you are going to create an environment for fat loss in the body. A good environment for fat loss. I'm going to give you 2 tips right now that you can implement right away. And I've given them out before, but I'm going to give them out again because they are literally the best tips you can possibly implement right now. The first tip is to implement intermittent fasting. Okay. 16-hour fast, 8-hour eating window. Choose an eating window somewhere in the afternoon. I started my meals today at 11, and now it's 7. I just ate dinner. I'm done for the day. Okay. 8 hours, crushed all my food. I feel fantastic. I don't need more food after this. Okay. All of my clients do that. 8-hour eating window, 16-hour fast. The second thing you're going to do is you are going to implement what's called carb cycling. Okay. I'm not going to give you a full breakdown on your macros in this episode because we got a lot of other stuff to go over. But what I am going to tell you is if you cycle your carbs, 4 days without carbs, let's say Monday through Thursday, no carbs, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you have carbs, you're going to get incredible results. I've seen it time and time again. Okay. The explanation of why this works is in one of my other episodes. I'm not going to go too deep into it right now, but 4 days, no carbs, 3 days carbs. That's the way that you lose fat, by creating an environment for fat loss in the body. The second thing you need to do is you need to build muscle. Okay. Let's say you've lost the fat, you implemented the fasting, you implemented the carb cycling, you're at 10 to 15% body fat. Okay. Now it's time to start building muscle. Now it's time to start actually getting stronger. Now it's time to actually start building that physique where people see you and you turn heads. And you take your shirt off at the beach and people are like looking at you and your wife is super, super attracted to you. Like, we want to build muscle. We got to get stronger. The way that you're going to do that is you're going to implement a training strategy that's focused on 2 things. Okay. I call this my hybrid training system. The first thing is bodybuilding training for 30 to 40 minutes per day. And on top of that, what we're going to do is we're also going to do 20 to 30 minutes per day of high intensity interval training. Okay. High intensity interval training. You're going to do that for a grand total of a 60-minute workout. You're going to do that. And you're going to be in and out of the gym in 60 minutes. You're going to build your muscle. You're going to build muscle, and you're going to have enough high intensity conditioning training in your calendar to where you maintain your leanness. This is crucial. Guys, I box an hour a day and I train an hour a day, right? The reason I'm so ripped is because I condition myself as well. I'm not just there pushing 3 sets of 10 all day. I'm not just pushing weight. I'm also boxing. I'm conditioning myself. I'm running. I'm doing all the things that I need to do to maintain a lean, ripped physique. Okay. So that's number 2 is you need to build muscle. And the third thing, and I'm going to stare at you right in your eyes when I say this, is you need to never settle. You need to never settle. Okay. Because here's the deal. As soon as you settle for something, as soon as you settle for being in decent shape, as soon as you settle for being at a good level, as soon as you settle for a dad bod, you're going to start settling for other things in your fucking life. And when you start settling for other things in your life, you're ultimately going to end up average. Average. And if you're listening to this podcast right now called Unstoppable, the Elite Mind and Body Podcast for Men, you probably don't want to be average, do you? The goal is to be exceptional. The goal is to be extraordinary. Men get left behind if they are normal and average these days. By everything. Okay? By the economy and your dollar being worth less. By people in your life. By your business if you aren't performing good enough. By your employer if you aren't performing good enough. Men get left behind if they are not constantly outperforming themselves. Okay? If they ever settle, we're going to get fucking left behind. So never settle. That's number 1. That's body. Okay. Now I'm going to take a quick pause because if you are motivated, you're fired up right now, and you want to take your fitness, your physique, your fitness, your mindset, your training, nutrition, your knowledge to the next level, I'm going to give you a free week of coaching with me. Okay. And I just changed it so it's even more in depth than it has been over the last couple months. All you have to do to claim it is comment free week on this live stream right now. Free week in 2 words, free and then week. And I'm going to send you over some information on how to access the free week of coaching. No strings attached. You don't have to pay nothing. 1 free week of my hybrid training system uploaded directly to my app so that you can start absolutely smashing it with your fitness goals. Okay. Let's keep it moving. Let's talk mind. Okay. Look at all these people smashing free week right here. I love that. Mind. Okay. What you tell yourself expands. Okay. What you tell yourself, what you repeatedly tell yourself expands. And if you are repeatedly telling yourself things that do not fuel you or give you energy or make you feel good about yourself or make you feel confident, you're never going to get where you want to get to. Okay? Your energy is never going to be that of a high performing person. Never. Okay? And guys, if you want the free week, type free space week. Okay? Some of you are typing week, some of you are typing free space week. Okay? Now here's the deal. The things that you repeatedly tell to yourself expand, which means that when you're telling yourself things that are positive repeatedly every single day, your energy is going to shift. Your mindset is going to shift. The way you see yourself is going to shift. The actions that you're willing to take are going to shift. The things that you believe about yourself are going to change. Everything's going to fucking change for you when you start telling yourself a different story. Okay? When you start telling yourself the story that you deserve to tell yourself, you are going to be in a much better place. Okay? So what I recommend to every single client is a morning routine. Okay? And in that morning routine, we do a few different things. I'm going to give you the three main things that we do. Number one is we activate the brain. So when you wake up first thing in the morning, the number one thing that you need to do is activate your mind. What I like to do is listen to either a podcast, an audiobook, a motivational YouTube video from like Eric Thomas or David Goggins or Andrew Tate, whatever it is. And that activates my mind. I don't go on social media. I don't check the news. I don't check the weather. I'm not fucking scrolling. I'm not checking my emails. I activate my mind. Because when you wake up, you're sleepy. You want to make sure that your mind is activated and ready to implement the things that you need to do in the day, especially the next things. Now, that's number one, activate your mind. Number two, the second thing you need to do in a morning routine to boost your energy for the entire day and change the way you operate as a human being is you need to have your goals and your visions for your life written out, mapped out. Okay? You need to know exactly where the fuck you're going. Okay? Because here's the deal. If your goals are like, I'm going to give you guys an analogy. I fucking love analogies. If your goals are in Florida, let's just say your goals are in Miami and you live in fucking Seattle. Okay. And I hope you guys are in the States, because if you don't know US geography, you're not going to know what the fuck I'm talking about. Let's say you're in Seattle and your ultimate life, your best body with the most amount of money that you want, with the girl that you want, with the car you want to drive, with the respect you want from your colleagues and coworkers, with the amount of impact that you have on the world, those goals are all in fucking Miami. Now imagine you're driving there in your, let's just say you got like a Range Rover, okay? You're driving there in your Range Rover. You got a really good plan. Your plan is the fucking Range Rover. Are you going to make it to Miami if you don't have a map? Are you gonna make it to Miami if you don't have Google Maps, if you don't have Waze, if you don't have one of those old school fucking 10 different way flip maps? Are you gonna make it to Miami? The answer is absolutely fuck not. The reason why is because you need a destination. You need to know where you're going. You need to see what the light at the end of the tunnel is. You need to have some semblance of direction in your life. And the reason why most people fail is because they have no fucking direction. They're driving from Seattle to Miami in a Range Rover. The plan is good. That's a nice car. But the issue is they don't know where the fuck they're going. So you're taking this car all these different streets. You don't know what's happening. We don't know if we're going north, south, east, west. We don't know where we're going. We have to get that shit mapped out. The second part of your morning routine is to literally have your visions, goals, and everything that you want to achieve mapped out 100%. Because then you can take step after step after step after step and make sure that you're aligning yourself to live in accordance with who you need to become, to continue to take step after step after step to get the results that you want. Okay, I hope that makes sense. So that's number two. The third thing that needs to happen in your morning routine is, and this is a personal one for me, okay? But this is what I recommend. I recommend some form of connection with the universe. Some form of connection with the universe. Now, I say that because some people are religious. Some people don't believe in God. Some people just would be meditating and connecting with a higher power. But I recommend either prayer, connecting with your higher power, connecting with your creator, God, whatever it is, as the third thing that you do, and giving gratitude for what you currently have. Because let's go back to our analogy, you guys. Let's go back to our analogy here. Okay. The analogy I gave was driving from Seattle to Miami in a Range Rover. The Range Rover is your plan. You don't have a map. Let's say you have the map now, but here's the deal. As you're driving, there's going to be multiple different exits. As you're going from where you are now to your dream life, to your goals, there are going to be multiple different exits. There's going to be multiple times that deer and bears and coyotes and shit run through the road. There's going to be multiple times where there's people trying to like hitchhike. And you got to decide whether you want to let them in your car or you don't, right? You need to have some sort of connection to a higher power, in my honest opinion, if you want to actualize your full potential on this planet. If you truly want the impact that you want to have, that morning routine, you need to connect with the universe. You need to connect with God. You need to give thanks for what you have. You need to be willing to be humble so that you can be blessed with everything that you ever wanted. It's very, very important. Okay. So the mind all starts with a morning routine. Okay. Now, guys, here's the deal. There's 70 plus of you guys live right now, and I want to give you as much value as humanly possible on these live streams. I still have my blueprint available that I give away for free to anyone who asks. So if you guys want me to send over my free lifestyle blueprint where you map out your visions, your goals, everything that you want to achieve in your entire life, and it helps you gain full crystal clarity on who you're becoming, why you want to become that person, and how you're going to get there. It's going to be the map that you need to go from Seattle to Miami and reach your goals and reach your highest value life. I want you to comment blueprint on this live stream right now, and we're going to send that shit over to you for free. Okay. I believe in free value. I believe in giving back to you guys. We've got 230,000 followers right now on Instagram, 200,000 on TikTok. And all I can think about is giving you guys as much stuff as I can give you so that you can level the fuck up. That is literally my only goal in life. Well, I have other goals too, but it's one of my main goals is to literally help you guys become the best version of yourselves. Okay, so comment blueprint right now if you want access to that. Now, that's mind, okay? And that morning routine is going to help you program yourself. It's going to help you see yourself as the best version of yourself because you're reading your goals, you're reading about your vision, you're reading about where you're going every single day, and then you're giving thanks and you're showing gratitude to your creator, to the universe, and that is going to channel your energy into positivity in the morning. Because remember, guys, we're still talking about energy here. For you to have the best energy possible and destroy your competition, regardless what your competition is, you need to program your mind, and you need to see yourself as the best version of yourself. And doing so is going to raise your vibration to a higher level. And if you guys know anything about frequency and vibration, baby, the frequency that you're on is what you attract. So if you're being a negative fucking baby, you're going to attract negative baby shit. If you have transcended that level and you've gotten to positivity and you're enlightened and you're spiritual and you're grateful and you're focused and you're humble and you're positive through your mindset work, you're only going to attract more success. You're only going to attract more clients, more good opportunities into your life, more of the good things that you want to have. Guys, I hope this makes sense to you. It's very, very, very important. So that is mind. Okay, we just covered body, but we just covered mind. The third thing is spirit. Third thing is spirit. Okay? And the reason why I say the third thing is spirit is because I genuinely believe that the world is going to shit. Like in a lot of ways. The families are more broken than ever before. People believe in themselves less than ever before. Your dollar buys less than it ever has. People's morality is out the window. Cheating is at an all-time high. Marriage is at an all-time low. Baby making is at an all-time low. Like, the world is messed up right now, in my genuine opinion. And I believe that with God, with spirituality, with believing in a higher power, I believe that many of the issues in today's day and age can be solved, especially for men. Okay? And I'm explaining to you right now. Okay, without God, a man doesn't have a sense of morality. And I genuinely mean that. Without feeling as though, and this doesn't just apply to men, it applies to women too, but without feeling as though your actions matter, right? Which means like you don't feel like you're being judged by like something. If you don't believe in karma, you don't believe in energy, you don't believe in the universe, you don't believe in God, you don't really have any sense of moral compass, right? Like you just don't, because you just do whatever I want, doesn't matter. Right? Like that's how a lot of people are living because it's a godless society. With God, you have morality because you know that your choices actually matter. They count for something. You're here on this earth as a test. And if you pass the test, you're blessed. If you fail the test, bad shit happens. Okay. And I'm going to leave it to you to figure out what that means based on what you believe in your spirituality. But I genuinely believe that your morality is going to get better. Or sorry, human beings as a whole, morality is going to get better if they believe in a higher power or a God. The second thing is no purpose. Okay, without God in your life, it's much harder to believe that you truly have a purpose to be fulfilled on this planet. And I'm sorry it's getting so dark, guys. I didn't think it was going to get that dark. It's very fucking dark right now. But whatever. At least you can still see me. Okay? Sort of. Okay? Your purpose on this life, which you have, by the way, every human being was put here for a reason. You weren't just made. 1 in 400 trillion, I think it's 1 in 40 trillion or something, 1 in 400 trillion chance that you are alive right now. Right? So the fact that you're even alive is a miracle. Miracle. It could have been one other sperm, one other egg, and it wouldn't have been you. Right? It's a miracle that you're here. And because of that, you were created. And because of that, you have a purpose. And because you have a purpose and because you were created, you need to be the best version of yourself. And you need to have the best level of energy. And in order to have the best level of energy, so you can destroy your competition and take your fitness, mindset, body, family life, wealth, freedom, happiness to an entirely new level, you've got to connect with that created you. Whether you believe in the universe or God or Allah or whatever the fuck you believe in. And I'm sorry to swear for those of you who are religious and you're like, don't swear at me. I don't care. Okay? It's just how I talk. But here's the deal. Purpose is the other thing. Without God, the other thing you don't have is faith. Right? Without God, you don't have faith. And if you don't have faith, like faith is the ability to believe in something when you can't see it. How many times in life do you need to believe in something without being able to see it? Pretty much all the time. Like legitimately all the fucking time. You need to be able to believe that you can get in shape from eating this food and it's going to get you there, even though you can't see the results yet. You need to believe that the work you're putting in to better yourself is going to yield more wealth in your career or in your business. You need to believe and have faith that the person you're with isn't going to go fuck someone else. You need to believe and have faith that you're going to be able to do the things that you need to do, regardless of how you feel. The faith is literally everything. And without God, it's so much harder to have faith. It is practically impossible. So guys, be faithful. Link to your creator, link to your energy, link to the universe and build a spiritual connection to the things that are around you. Okay? It's extremely, extremely important. Now, the last thing I want to talk about, remember we just talked mind, body, and spirit. The last thing I want to talk about is action. Because we literally can do, guys, you can have the best strategy ever. You can have the best mindset ever. You can have the best goals ever. You can have the best support system ever. You can have everything great. But if you do not take action, you're never going to get to where you want to go. You're never going to get to where you want to go if you don't take action. Okay. And so I want to teach you right now how to take action properly. Okay. Because most people don't know how. Number one, action means actually, let me rephrase. Action means doing hard shit on purpose so that easier shit becomes easier. That's literally what action means. If you can get yourself to a level where you are consistently doing hard stuff every day on purpose, it's going to make anything else that you have to do in your life, any other stress that you have to go through, any other bullshit that you need to go through in your life, it's going to make all of it way easier because you're used to and accustomed to doing hard stuff. It's literally the truth. Okay. One of the primary reasons I started boxing is because it is absolutely the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. So fucking hard. I feel like I'm going to vomit all the time. Actually, now I'm starting to get conditioned, which is dope. But for the last 9 months of struggling, I've almost vomited every single time. 5-6 days a week for 9 months. Okay. It's hard as shit, but that means that I can work long hours. Like I've worked all day long, all day since 7 in the morning. It's now 7:25 p.m. I've worked 12 and a half hours. I work this long because I already did hard shit in the morning. What's a little bit more work? Right? Like if you do hard shit, your patience increases with your kids, with the people that you're around. If you do hard shit physically, especially, it makes the stuff you have to do at work way easier, right? Staying a little bit late at work to finish a couple of projects makes it way easier. Doing more phone calls to get those deals closed that you got to close makes it easier. Like everything gets easier when you do hard shit on purpose, right? Guys, action means do hard shit to make easier shit easier. That's what it means. Now, the other thing is I want to help you with your productivity because, guys, there's so many men, like, it's literally like a tragedy, dude. How many men I see where they can't focus long enough to get anything done. Like, if you've ever had that problem, type me in the chat because literally I hear stories about guys that need to do 10 follow-ups a day, 20 business connects a day, 50 emails a day, 25 blah, 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 whatever it is, mailers a day. We're talking real estate, whatever it is. And they can't even do that, even though they have all day to do it because they're fucking distracted. They're watching TikTok, watching Instagram. They're jerking off to Pornhub. They're fucking watching YouTube videos. They're playing phone games, right? They're scrolling and melting their brain. Like, dude, guys are so distracted right now. It's literally a tragedy. It is a tragedy. And what I want to do is I want to show you how to focus, okay? This step is going to solve your problem forever, so pay attention. In order to focus on one thing at a time, you need to incentivize your subconscious mind to work more efficiently, okay? What does that mean? If your subconscious mind believes that there is a deadline to your work, you're going to do the work better and you're going to do it more efficiently, okay? So what I want you to do is I want you to grab a phone or a clock or something or a fucking watch or something. Actually, no, the watch wouldn't be good because you can't see it. You want to grab a phone or put like a Google Chrome tab on your computer where you can see a countdown timer for as long as you want to work on a specific task. Okay. So let's say you believe it's going to take you an hour to finish the task at hand. You're going to set a countdown timer from 60 minutes to 0. And you're going to leave it in a place that is visible on your desk. You're going to turn your phone in airplane mode and you're only going to focus on the task at hand for that hour. If you ever get distracted, that's fine. Stand up, go for a little walk, go get a drink, go do something, but then come back. And the only thing you can focus on is the task at hand. I want you to try that. If you try that, you're going to be able to do so many more things in a day. For those guys that have to do cold calls, sales calls, for the guys that got to send emails, for the guys that got to do projects, for the guys that have a million things, whatever you are doing, if you incentivize your subconscious mind by putting a countdown on your work, your brain is going to find ways to work faster. It's just psychology. Okay. So I want you to implement that straight away. Now, last thing I want to say is this. This episode has been about creating unstoppable energy so you can destroy your competition. When you do all 4 of these things, you focus on getting your body better. You focus on getting your mind better. You focus on getting your spirituality better, your connection to your creator better. And when you start taking the right actions and doing hard shit on purpose and eliminating distraction, you will destroy people in this generation. That's not a joke. Everybody's glued to their phones. No one can focus. No one knows what they truly need to do, nor has the ability to actually fucking do it. You will wipe the floor with people in your industry if you can do what I just said. And if you want to learn how I specifically do it, how I've taken over social media in the last year, how I've got over 630 men in insane physical condition, and how I continue to do that every single day, I want you to type free week into the chat right now. And I'm going to send you a week of coaching with me absolutely free. Okay. I'm going to build you your training plan. You're going to use my hybrid training system, bodybuilding 30 minutes, high intensity training 30 minutes, 5-minute stretch. You're out of the gym in 60 minutes. Boom. 5 days a week. I'm going to give you access to my nutrition strategy. My nutrition strategy, you're going to have your macros built for you, your recipes there, your portions on exactly what you need to eat and how to make it. Everything that you need to do to get results is there. You're going to have that in PDF format. You're going to have everything you need training and nutrition wise, as well as access to my mindset framework for the next week. Okay. And my mindset framework, I've used it with sales teams. I've used it with businesses. I've done corporate coaching for people. Like I've worked with 90 clients at a time in a business to help their sales team perform better by getting in better shape, by implementing everything that I'm telling you right now to do. I'm telling you guys, this shit works. If you want to build a better life, a better body, a better mind, type free week in the chat right now. I'm going to send you over a free week of training. Okay. Now, guys, if you're listening to the podcast, thank you so much for listening. I would love a review. Okay. If you're on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, wherever you're listening to this shit, I would appreciate a review. For those of you who are watching this live, who are actually here with me live, looking at my pretty face, if you guys, what I would love is if you guys went on Google and typed in Taj Howell, Unstoppable. And if you subscribe to the podcast, because we're trying to push listeners to the actual podcast side of things. So if you guys would do me a favor right now, I'm going to stay on this chat, on the live stream for another like maybe minute to 2 minutes while you guys go to Google right now, type in Taj Howell, TAHJ space HOWELL, type in Taj Howell space Unstoppable. Subscribe to the podcast, please, you guys. It would help me out a ton. I'm always trying to give back to you. I want to be there for you with your training, there for you with your nutrition. I give out content twice a day, every single day, and I never miss. I want you guys to be the best versions of yourselves, and I'm never going to fucking stop until I help millions of men. And then even then, I'm not going to stop. Like, this is what I do. This is what I love. And the main way that you could support me right now, guys, is if you're open to it, type in Taj Howell, Unstoppable on Google, go to the podcast, subscribe to it. Please. I appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. You are all the best. I hope you have the best night of your motherfucking lives. Peace out. Rock and roll. Shaka. Boom. And I'll see you guys in tomorrow's episode. Peace.